Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante, making Gotham great again. So we've been talking a lot about Ukraine, obviously, these last couple of weeks with Russia has invaded Ukraine. And the thing I keep talking about, and most of us in the indie media are saying this, the Western media is not giving us the full story. And I'm sure the Russian state media is only giving half of the story. And the Ukrainians, I mean, like, this is the problem with war. The first casualty of war is the truth. So one of the sites I was following was ASB News, and this account was suspended on Twitter. So now they're on what is it, Tumblr or whatever, and so we're trying to get as much information as we can, and who knows what's what. So this was just sent to me by Susie Dawson. So what has been happening, because the Western media has been like, the Russian military is on the ropes and they got this old outdated military. I heard this on CNN yesterday. The Russians are using this old tactic. They just have these old tanks and old equipment, and Westerners join the patriotic fight to stand with Ukraine, stand with Ukraine, stand with Ukraine. So a lot of like young kids, mainly guys, are going there to get into this. And some of them are veterans and some aren't. Zelensky, as soon as Russia invaded, he said any man under the age of 60 has to stay and fight. Any Ukrainian man. And other Westerners from America, from the UK, are all like, we're going, and it's preying upon young men. I was a young guy and wanted to be gung-ho and test my mettle and fight for a cause that's just, are going there and fighting, thinking that, oh, we've got the Russian army on the ropes, and they don't. The Russian army is actually, the second most equipped, funded, they're very technologically advanced military, because they've been spending a lot of money on military, just like America. Not as much as America, obviously. But this narrative, again, that what bothers me, I don't like what Putin is doing. I'm against war. I wish he would pull out. I don't like this invasion. But I also say America and NATO have pushed this, have helped create this. And the American media is so one-sided. We can't hear any alternative narratives. Well, here's a video that just came up of one of these young guys who's a mercenary going to the Ukraine and seeing how awful it was, wanting to leave, and the Ukrainian military wouldn't let him leave. Listen to this guy's story. Here's this guy putting this video out there, telling people what's actually happening.
So for anyone who are wondering what is going on, all right, we were part of the Georgia National Legion, the 102nd Ukrainian Territorial Defense, okay? Our base got fucked up. The base right next to us got fucked up. Americans, British, tons of British dead, right? They're not saying nothing. They're counting our dead as their dead. They're trying to send us to Kiev with no fucking weapons, no kit, no fucking plates. The people who are lucky enough to get weapons are only getting magazines with like 10 fucking rounds, okay? When they wanted to send us to Kiev, we said no. Our whole group, a bunch of Americans, Canadians, British. So they told us we had to get the fuck out of there. They were going to shoot us in the back, all right? So me, this British guy, and another American, we fucking hid in the back of an ambulance to get out. We got to the border, and it was a whole nother mess. When you get to the border, anyone who has kit, anyone who has any military shit, they're fucking pulling you out of the line and they're sending you back to the front. We got dropped off about 5 clicks from the fucking from the border, and we walked. And we get to the border, and this humanitarian group with a bunch of ex-SF veterans from England pull us to the side and say, you need to get, pulled us out and fucking, hit us. And they were like, you need to dump all your kit. They're pulling people out, cutting up passports, sending them back. So we dumped our shit. We got, all of our fucking, we got in, Red Cross vests, and they had, fucking humanitarian passes to get us through the Ukrainian border. People need to stop coming here. It's a trap, and they're not letting you fucking leave. The best way to leave is like in a Vic or a car or something. People who get on by vehicle have a better chance of hiding their fucking kit in the back, doing whatever the fuck they can, but do not try to leave Ukraine on foot if you're a volunteer. It's a mess, and it's a trap. And I have multiple people who can confirm this story for me. I'm getting.
So that's the length of the video that I was sent. His words, don't come here. It's a trap. So what he just explained was they weren't given enough weaponry and they were told to go to Kiev. And when they said, we don't want to go, they said that we're going to shoot you in the back. Ukrainian military said that. And they had to sneak out pretending to be like Red Cross volunteers. So these are young men, he said, mostly Americans, Canadians, Brits, who thought they were coming to the Ukraine to fight this just war. They're not given enough supplies. They're just being thrown in as cannon fodder, basically. And when they want to leave, they're told they can't. Their passports are getting cut up. So can anyone explain to me why this guy is not on why isn't this on Western media? Why isn't this all over CNN and MSNBC and Fox? Where is this? Where is this video? Why isn't this guy showing this? This is unbelievable to me. I just found this out today, like an hour before I did the show. So the ASB ASB military that was giving accurate last week, they got pulled from Twitter. And now, you have to go to Tumblr and all this other crazy stuff to find it. And this is like, there's a Reddit page where these guys are starting to talk about this and these videos are starting to get out there. So if you have more of these videos, tag me on Twitter or something like that and send them to me. Because I just found this. I mean, Susie Dawson just got sent this today and she just sent it to me today. And he's like, people can verify and confirm this. Because you could say, oh, who is this guy? Whoever. Okay, yeah, sure. It's a fair question to ask. We should always ask questions. Is this legit? Is the Russian army putting this out there? This sounds pretty legit to me, man. That's clearly an American kid. And again, this is what we typically do. We lie to get young people into war. When 9/11 happened, all these high school kids, 9/11, they saw the towers go down on the news. They joined up. And they went over there and found out they were very disillusioned. There were people like Mike Preisner. And I'm older, but had I been 17, 18 years old in high school, 16, 17 years old, I playing football in high school, and 9/11 happened, I would have joined up. Are you kidding me? And now I'd be, in my late 30s right now, 40s, probably with some kind of PTSD, whatever. Maybe I'm missing a limb. Maybe I'd be dead. Maybe I'd be one of the guys the 22 vets a day that commit suicide because of all the horrors of war. Maybe I would have gone over there and thought I was fighting for justice and ending terrorism and saw that I was just helping Halliburton and Boeing and everybody fill their pocketbooks. I've shown you time and time again how much the defense industry spent in 2020 on all candidates. The defense industry gave Donald Trump $2.7 million. They gave Joe Biden $3.1 million. This is the problem with a corporate media that pushes one narrative. This is a problem with RT America getting pulled off. There's no counter narrative. There's no counter narrative to this. You could say, well, RT, it's Russian. It's Russian propaganda. Okay, whatever. I don't think it is, but even if that's the case, I want to hear another narrative. And why isn't this being shown? Why isn't this all over? So share this on your social media. I'm going to put this on my Twitter. This is unbelievable. This is the lies of war. This guy just said, it's a trap. Don't come here. You're not given all this weaponry. And if you're like, this is bullshit, we're getting slaughtered, we're leaving. No, you're not. And they're sending you to Kiev with, he said, 1 magazine with 10 rounds in it. So you're going to go fight the Russian army with 10 bullets, according to this guy. That's lambs to the slaughter. Just so what? Boeing can make money getting more weaponry in the Ukraine. The Ukrainian people are being used by the United States and NATO. And now American kids and Canadian kids and British kids are being used to go fight this battle. And I don't like what Putin is doing. I'm sure there's people protesting the war in Russia as well. They should. Everyone should protest every war everywhere. Wars are awful. I saw a Congressional Medal of Honor winner, a United States Marine who was in Vietnam. And he said the day the human race stops protesting war, we're in trouble. He's like, war is an awful thing. People should always protest it. It's awful. Don't come to Ukraine. It's a trap. That's what this guy just said. So you got to come to a YouTube show. Well, I've been demonetized by YouTube. Maybe you're watching me on Rockfin. I'm a comedian that's hosted game shows that like surfing and watching baseball and sports, like who makes vegan smoothies. I'm giving you more information than they are at CNN and MSNBC. Why can't anybody? And take this clip and tag CNN. Why are you guys showing this? Shouldn't we know this? Shouldn't young Americans, especially young guys that are thinking about, oh, I'm going to go there and fight the good fight and I stand with Ukraine. Are you sure? All the money, connect the dots, get the truth. This might get me demonetized. So support me in any way that you can. Might get me deplatformed. The censorship in America right now it's like through the roof, and we're supposed to be a free society. You can't be a free society if you don't have a free press. We don't have a free press. We have a corporate press. Where Boeing and Raytheon buy ad time on all of them. You notice any disputes like that Fox has, or I mean, Fox is just mad that Biden isn't fighting the war the right way. It's never nobody at Fox is saying, why are we having war? Nobody in MSNBC or CNN said, why are we having war? We're just going to send young men. This kid, he thought he was doing something noble. He got tricked and lied to. We're all wars are bullshit, man. Every war is a lie. Oh, but Graham, World War II, one out of dozens of wars, one war. That was it. The only one. That was the only one. We stopped Hitler. Great. Now we're backing neo-Nazis in the Ukraine. I'm so sick of this crap. I've seen war up close. I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan and Kuwait as a stand-up comedian. I don't know what actual combat's like. I've never been in combat, but I've been shot at. I've heard missile attack, rocket attacks, and I've seen what war's done. I've seen people, children in hospitals. I've seen soldiers in hospitals. I've met people after my shows in the States that had prosthetic limbs. I've met people who lost a brother or a son over there. So this is what happens. You lie, a handful of rich people lie so that working class people can go die for their profits. I don't like what Putin's doing, but Putin's the bad guy. NATO and the US are the bad guys. Military industrial complex are the bad guys. The innocents are the Ukrainian people. People like that, this guy, all the people in the border countries, the Russian people are victims in this too. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Shave your knuckles for justice. No war. All wars are bullshit. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood, and go to grahamelwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a PO box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.